Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews.
Holy shit, it's a goddamn testicle monster. Oh, this is Bombad! Eat him, he sucks. What the fuck?
Hello YouTube, UltraMaximus back with another toy review, and today we're taking a look at a Star Wars figure from The Force Awakens, and it's the Rathtar with Bala-Tik. Now this came out initially on Force Friday 2, and I was going to pick this up. This was one of the 3 3/4 inch figure sets I was going to get, and I ended up passing in. I just never got around to it, and I found it at my local Walmart on clearance for $6, and I thought, you know what, this is definitely something that I need to get for $6. And if you hear something in the background, my parrots are going crazy today. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. So here we have the Rathtar in packaging, and it looks pretty cool. I definitely like it. It's got the same kind of package art we've seen with all of the Last Jedi wave of figures, and I'm surprised this did not come out when The Force Awakens was released. It just seems like it would be natural to come out then, but for some reason it came out when Last Jedi figures were debuted. It says Star Wars. It's got Rey and Finn and Poe up there. The artwork, I like how the artwork kind of goes across the top of the packaging, kind of cool, and the little tentacle comes around and wraps around. That's kind of neat. There's the Bala-Tik figure. There's the Rathtar. It works with the Force Link, which is kind of cool. We get, I guess that's Bala-Tik on the side there. This side of the packaging, it's got the Rathtar with the Force Link feature, and just kind of a close-up. Star Wars! There's the Star Wars! And then I really like that artwork, how it kind of wraps around. I think it's pretty cool. And then, of course, there's a little tentacle right there that's pretty neat. There's the Rathtar! Yes! And then the side of the package. There's the play gimmick, and this side of the package. There's some artwork, and then there's the little guy that's going to get eaten by the Rathtar. And yeah, we got a little write-up right there. There's the toy. There's the other toy. There's the play gimmick. Here's some other figures that work with the play gimmick right there. And that Force Link play gimmick kind of reminds me of the little circuit chips from, was it the Phantom Menace? Way back in the day, it was either Phantom Menace or it was Attack of the Clones that had the little chip reader where you put the figure on the reader and it made the noise from the movie or whatnot. And yeah, that's just, it seems like a rehash of that gimmick. So here's the little bio. If you want to pause and read that, you are more than welcome to. And then there they are. There's the play gimmick. That's how it works. And there are the other figures. And that's really pretty much it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and get the Rathtar out of package. That was hard to say. And see what we think. So here we have the Rathtar and Bala-Tik out of the packaging, and I gotta say, while this thing does look cool, it is a pain to put together and is definitely not worth the original $19.99 price tag. Which is a shame because it does look good with all the tendrils and everything. The problem is getting all these tentacles onto the thing. The little ports that you plug in just don't work very well, and these fall off very easily. Which is a shame because if they were done right, you could move these tentacles everywhere and it would have been a much funner toy. The other thing is, this thing just is not worth the size of the packaging that they put it in because all the tentacles come in a bag and you got this little ball here. It's in a box the size of a spaceship, which is really, really weird. Yeah, I don't know. This thing, it could have been so cool, but it was definitely worth $6. Don't get me wrong, I do like it, but definitely not worth the $20. And these tentacles are kind of a pain. So the play gimmick on this thing is the Force bracelet thingy. The circuit, I'm presuming, is right in there. This is kind of a hard plastic, which is weird. It's got these rubbery tentacles. The mouth is open, and you're supposed to get little Bala-Tik here that goes in there. I'll show that here in a second. This actually looks pretty decent, I guess. It looks like the actor. It's got the typical 3 3/4 inch articulation. Head moves back and forth, arm moves up and down, and then the legs do that number, and that's really about it. That's all he does, and yeah, there he is. So what you're supposed to do is put this guy in the mouth of this thing. I'm going to move a couple of the tentacles around. Yeah, see, look. I mean, they just fall right off, and it's a pain in the ass. It really is. And then you've got to kind of squeeze this guy's legs in to get him to go into the mouth of the thing, and there it is. That's the gimmick. And yeah, so I guess you'll show the tentacles here. This thing is just badly designed. These ports needed to have a bigger little ball socket on there to fit in there, or just a different design, because it sucks so bad. They just fall right off, and it's a pain, and it's just a shame they didn't do it better. So taking a closer look at Bala-Tik here, for some reason I think this does look like the actor that played the character in the movie, which is pretty decent for a 3 3/4 inch scale. It's painted pretty well. His eyes are very bold. It's basically just a Caucasian looking dude with wet hair and a black jacket. But I do like the details on the jacket. I think they sculpted them very well. He didn't have much to do in the movie, so he really is nothing but Rathtar fodder. It'd be kind of cool to see this guy in the 6-inch scale, maybe use him for a background or some kind of fodder for a custom. But overall, I mean, I think they did decent with the sculpt on a 3 3/4 inch scale. Now looking at the midsection of the figure, again, the jacket is sculpted very well. I like how the gloves on the figure are a glossy black versus a more matted black on the leather jacket. The same goes with the pants. That's kind of nice. It kind of differentiates the outfit a little bit better. Yeah, I like that. I like the cut of the jacket in the front. I think that looks really cool. The blaster looks pretty decent. It's pretty good size, but it's just a flat black piece of plastic, which is kind of expected. And finally, taking a look at the boots of the figure, again, that glossy black looks really nice, sculpted well. It's very imperial looking, but not, which I do dig. Again, I think this is a pretty decent figure. It just would be a lot cooler if it was in a 6-inch scale. So taking a closer look at the Rathtar itself, again, I like the concept of this. I think the sculpt looks pretty decent. It looks like the thing in the movie. It's got the teeth that kind of go all the way around. It looks a little cheap, though, with the paint, the brown that comes up to the mouthpiece, because it just absolutely goes around the seam. I guess the yellowy spots are supposed to be the eyeballs on the beast. They never really kind of say anything on that, but it looks very gross and warty. But the detail texture on the skin looks pretty good. It's got the brownish stripes down the middle there. And then we get these tentacles all over the place. And I do like the paint on them. I like how the underside's kind of a light tan color, and it fades to this darker reddish color to the top of the tentacle. Again, it's a great concept. It's just those tentacles, they fall off so easy. And finally, taking a look at the tentacles themselves, they're everywhere. They are squirrely and crazy and fun. I do like that. They really kind of show the chaos of the character as we saw it in the film. All the little curly poses, all that kind of stuff, which looks really neat. But the problem is they just fall off. If they were to plug in better, or if they were permanently attached, and you could move all these tentacles every which way whenever you wanted to without them falling off, it would have made for such a better and much more fun toy. But as it stands, I just really see these tentacles getting lost from play, which is kind of sad because, well, the kid's going to want to play with it, and it's going to get lost. For comparison, Here we have the Rathtar and Bala-Tik next to the Avengers Infinity War movie line Hulkbuster, and I would say actually this Hulkbuster is in scale with this 3 3/4 inch guy here, which I guess would make it in scale to this. I could totally see this guy sitting inside of the Hulkbuster there, which would be really, really cool. But yeah, definitely kind of interesting. I wish this was in the Black Series scale, the 6-inch scale. That would be a lot cooler, and I wish the tentacles were better. So is the Rathtar and Bala-Tik in the 3 3/4 inch scale from Star Wars The Force Awakens something that you want in your Star Wars collection? Well, if you're collecting everything from The Force Awakens, sure, why not? This is something we did not get when that film first came out, which is crazy to me. It's kind of cool that we did get it. I do like a good Star Wars monster toy. It looks decent, but the problem are the tentacles. I've complained about it through the entire video. And they look cool, they look chaotic and wild and weird, but they just fall off like that, and it's just really unfortunate. They needed to be plugged in better so that you could move them around and just have a lot of fun with the toy, but it just doesn't do that. They missed the mark 100%. The Bala-Tik figure, he's, decent. He's a standard figure, but he's also very bland. Like I said, he'd be cooler if he was in a 6-inch scale and been nice for fodder for custom work, and I would have liked the Rathtar in a 6-inch scale as well. I think that would have been a lot more fun, and maybe if the body was squishy or something that you could suck up the toy. I don't know. It seems like it's just missing the mark, which it hurts my feelings. It does, because it just seemed so much fun. The price point on this figure, $19.99 was the original price point, and it is absolutely not worth that. I will say that right off the bat. If you can find this thing on sale, I wouldn't pay any more than $10 for it. I did pick it up for $6. The funny thing is, a week later, I went back to the clearance aisle, and they had it for $4, and I'd rather have paid the $4. But $6 is not too bad. I can't complain much. It does look neat, and it will look cool up on my Force Awakens shelf. For better or for worse, there it is, the Rathtar from Star Wars The Force Awakens.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.